So we're going to try Warwick Schiller's method of interacting with herdbound horses. So we're going to be focusing on trying to get her ears to turn towards us. She is there spelling the poop bucket because to her it means all the horses, and then she also runs to the gate over there over my shoulder. So what we want to get from her is we want to get her looking towards us. We want to get her not running. So her two reactions are stand there and look at and smell something that reminds her of the other horses, or run around without stopping. So those are her two go-tos, two coping mechanisms. And that's come from this underlying lack of self-confidence in herself and this lack of being able to regulate that herd need, because she was on her own for quite a while. So that's what we're going to be working on. So you're going to see me introducing not so much pressure, but a little bit of hopefully being interesting. I'm going to just be waving the flag a little bit and just trying to get her attention. She generally relates the flag and lead rope and stuff with being asked to move. So I'm going to be trying to avoid that normal cue and making it slightly different. And we're going to try to get a little more respectful interest, but one that she's able to choose. We've been doing a lot of high control exercises lately. So what we're going to be looking for today is very free choice and getting her to choose to interact with us instead of just standing there calling for her friend. So we just basically want to get that until we can get her to turn and face, and then hopefully she'll come up and say hello to us. Got a little bit of food as well. We're not going to bribe it, but we're going to try to use a little extra positive reinforcement because we're trying to add in a little more of that into the training to see how it works. If it only brings it out like some food desire, then we're going to get rid of it, because that's not why we want them coming to us for food. We want them coming to us because they're not focused on their own stress and worry, and they view us as a leader in that. That's good. We like that. We like those ears. We like that watching us. So we're going to come over this way. So she is going to be naturally expecting to be asked to leave. She's going to be expecting, right there, we've got divided focus. Okay, well that hurt. Okay, well, you could be a little harder to get your attention. So that's how we lose attention. So we're just going to put a little bit. So you saw those eyes thinking. You saw how there's a little bit of annoyance and that worry comes in, and then she's trying to choose, how do I get out of this? Do I need to run away? Do I need to look towards friends? And I'm not trying to put on pressure. I'm trying to just be interesting and just have her realize that I'm here. So I got ear flicks, we'll take it. She was giving more before, but this was in a moment where she's a little bit uptight. So there we got more after we want to kick off. Give her space. So I want her to be able to choose to desire to be with me rather than her main coping mechanism. So there we got that inside ear. We like it. We got attention on these. Bring in the flag again. So there's that divided focus. There we go. We like that. So even if I walk up to offer food right now, I'm going to be adding pressure and kind of forcing a connection that she's not necessarily open to. There's that lick and chew. You guys can't really see it, but it's just a small little one. So we're going to try to pressure the hind end slightly. Just see if we can unlock that hind end. I'm gonna try to keep my back turned. So this is deviating from the method or the system or the idea a little bit. This is mixing with a little bit of liberty. So she's got to make that choice. Where is she going to go with it? So as soon as I get something good, let's take that pressure off. To you guys, this might not look too serious, but her brain is 80% of the time that it's not being asked something, it goes straight to desiring that one thing. That instinct is so strong because of the lack of it, that it's so much on her brain, her default. So that's her resting default state of the brain is her desire. So there's a little bit of worry in it, there's a little bit of lack of self-confidence in it, but most of it is just lack of experience with regulating that instinct. So there we're quickly gonna treat, because that was the first moment that I really had the opportunity to offer it. So basically what we're saying is, hey, I realize your brain is focused on other things. I realize your brain is elsewhere. Can I ask for it back in a way where I can force things? So again, if we get a completely different horse just because of the food, it's not a true change, it's very cosmetic. All of a sudden the pull of desire for food is stronger than the little bit of discomfort of being away from Maisie, the mare she likes the most. So, we might lose this connection pretty quickly. My trainer used to call it a very platonic relationship. And plato in Spanish is plate. So it's a very food-oriented relationship. But if I can make it slightly positive, so there we lost focus a little bit. But there she's kind of got that decision point again. And generally she's been making that decision elsewhere. So there we go. So every time she makes that big conscious decision with us, towards us, we like that. So we're going to disengage pretty quickly so we can avoid that following reaction. We want to just get repetitions in of choosing us. I'm going to move this way. Good deep compression. So again, we move to another decision point where she can go towards comfort. So there you saw that head turn and that stress face. You guys might have only been able to see rear. There we go. So that's basically along the lines that we're thinking. So thank you very much.